Well, for our Monday, we had some very sunny conditions, but it was cold throughout the day. Even with that sunshine, highs just topped out in the upper 30s to lower 40s. As we look ahead to the night, conditions have been cooling off rather quickly. Temperatures cooling off into the 20s for many spots, 28 degrees for us right now here in Savannah. Similar conditions are setting up across the region with temperatures in the 20s for most locations. There's the map for us right now, as cold as 25 degrees for Pembroke right now, 27 for Statesboro, and as far as the temperature toward the coast, 28 degrees for Hilton Head. Now, as far as looking ahead to tomorrow, it is going to be feeling pretty cold, but this morning was feeling very cold as well. 11 degrees is what it felt like in Statesboro. Savannah, 19 degrees, so everyone between 10 and 20 degrees as far as those feels like temperatures. So for us going to tomorrow morning, some spots similarly as cold with wind chills possibly 10 to 20 degrees. The cold weather advisory is not in place for the entire area, but everyone will be waking up to temperatures below freezing once again. In fact, it might even be a little bit colder because of the calm wind and that clear sky with those temperatures down into the teens for several inland locations. But that dry air that we have with the clear sky, that's able to cool off quickly, but it's also able to heat up quickly by the lunchtime hour. We will be in the upper 40s to lower 50s with high temperatures topping out in the middle and upper 50s, if not very close to 60 degrees for that afternoon high temperature. And that will be the beginning of a warming trend. Milder air moves in for Wednesday, seasonally warm high temperatures, and it will get warmer as the weekend goes on. And as far as the temperatures at the end of the week, very warm for Thursday with temps in the 70s. A cold front moves through. A few showers are possible, but even as that clears off of the coast, conditions remain pretty close to normal for this time of the year. High pressure over the region right now, that is promoting a very slight northerly breeze. But since that high is right over us, that's why those winds are pretty calm for tonight. So a cold night is on the way, but eventually we will get the flow from the south once again into the midsection of the country, which will then filter in over the southeast. In fact, right now, places like Denver are substantially warmer than where we are right now. 42 degrees for Denver, Colorado, compared to our upper 20s, the teens across the Great Lakes. And that's the air mass that's going to be staying in place for tonight. But later in the week, we will get a change in the air mass from the west. And here we go. Temperatures warming into the 60s by Wednesday, 70s for Thursday, a little cooler for Friday and Saturday, but pretty close to normal this time of the year. And then the lower 70s expected for us next Sunday. So not looking too bad. And going beyond the 7-day forecast, it's looking to remain warm even for Christmas Day. For tonight, though, weather aware because of the very cold conditions, 26 for the low here for Savannah, but inland conditions will be a bit colder. And then for tomorrow, it will warm up quickly, upper 50s, close to 60 degrees for that high temperature. And then as we head out on the waterways, it will remain somewhat chilly. North wind 5 to 10 knots, giving us those seas right around 3 to 4 feet. Not a bad looking day, but still a little bit of a chill in the air for us. As far as the next few days, though, it will be warmer by Wednesday, a little bit more humid as well ahead of that cold front that moves in on Thursday. 72 degrees for the high temperature. A few spotty showers are possible as that front moves through. A little cooler and drier for Friday and Saturday, but pretty close to where we should be for this time of the year. Winter begins as one of the warmer days of the next 7 days at 71 degrees, but it looks to be even warmer heading into Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So beyond the 7-day forecast, still in the 70s.
All right, sort of a mixture there in terms of the
Definitely,
temperature.
it's the time of the year.
Yeah,
Welcome to the South.
Well, with the